That would be me.
Look who we're hanging with.
Brian O'Halloran.
Jason David Frank.
Humberto Ramos.
Please do not change channel.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. That way you can keep coming back over and over to hang with us and our wonderfully talented and creative guests in the arts and entertainment world. I'm Allison Murray, and right now we are at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida at MegaCon 2018, and we're hanging with metal art specialist Tim Harris. Thank you so much, Tim, for hanging with us. So tell us about your art. I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Well, I'm a metal artist, and I create this at home at Odessa, Texas. And I usually find things that are interesting to me and everybody else at all these shows, and kind of cater to the people who come to these shows. Like if there's a certain guest or certain artist or whatever, I usually make something that goes along with those guys. Just somebody wants something unique to get signed by those people. I usually build it just for that, and then.
So what got you into metal arting?
I was making candle holders for family members, and then I used to build them by hand, and then I actually wanted to invest into a better, equipment, and that's what I did. I just invested in a bigger machine to be able to cut it automatically instead of having to work my butt off to, really do it. Yeah.
Clever, very clever. Yeah. So, do you have a background in art?
I took some art classes in high school and sculpting and all kinds of different drawings, classes, stuff like that. But I've always been creative when it comes to drawing and sculpturing and stuff like that. So that's why I got into doing this.
Oh, okay. How long have you been doing this? A long time?
Probably close to 10 years, but like doing this as a show-wise, I've been about 2 years.
So has your style and the way you work changed?
Yes.
And grown?
Yes, a lot of it has. I do more utilitarian stuff now, stuff you can use to put your keys on, to put some, I make clocks, and I make all kinds of things that you can use instead of just hanging art on the wall. So I usually make keychains. So.
Oh my God. What art do you most identify with? Anyone in particular?
Not really. I just kind of do, whatever I can think of. I really don't have a particular style.
I was going to say, do you get a vision and then say, this is what I want to do before you begin?
I usually will look at, at a show or what people are like into at the time, and do that. And then I like a lot of stuff too, and I just make things that, that are rare that most people won't find at a show, so.
So cool. What work do you most enjoy doing? Do you have a particular favorite that you like to do, or that you get requested to do?
The Batman stuff.
A lot of Batman?
Yeah.
He's a popular guy, Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's mainly what, and I do all kinds of custom work for people, so, I do everything.
Do you have a favorite piece that you've created?
I built a 7-foot rocket ship for Marky Ramone at one point, and I actually delivered that to him in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Describe a real life situation that has inspired you to either personally, professionally, your artwork.
Huh.
I ask some tough ones, don't I?
Yes. Well, I've been, creating stuff for a long time. So, it's always just been in me, actually. I've never really had too many experiences that just make me want to do it. I just want to do it just for the hell of it. Yeah.
Have you ever had an embarrassing moment, maybe at a con or something? Have someone asked you, can you do this? And you're like, I want to do that?
No, I'm not prejudiced against anything, actually. I will create anything for anybody if they, want to buy it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. What is an artistic outlook on life that you have?
Well, I mean, I don't know if there's, cussing, Gus? Can you cuss on there?
Yes, you can.
All right. Well, I mean, my motto is fuck it.
That's mine.
Yeah. Anything you want to do and anything you want to do in life, whether it be artistic or whether it be, doing this stuff, is just fuck it, do it.
Darn it. What memorable responses have you had for your work?
Memorable responses? I've done memorial pieces for people before, and they've come out and said, like, this is beautiful, and they've cried a little bit. So,
so
yeah.
that's special.
Yeah.
That's really special. Because you're like, I did it.
Yeah.
Any food, drink, song that inspires you? Any weird rituals that you go through before you get started? Drink a beer,
Not really. I really don't do much. I just sit down on my computer and start looking through, stuff on the internet, I guess, and just try to throw stuff up that I think would be neat.
Do you have a special place that you like to go to recharge, think about your next project or work?
I have 2 screens at home that I work on, and I always watch TV over here on this side, and then I will work on this side. So that kind of helps me out with my work, is watching. And I can do the internet over here, so I can work over here at the same time. So that's what recharges and what I do to get creative.
That's good. Do you dislike anything about the art world, or do you pretty much have free reign with what you do?
Well, I guess I do have a little bit of free reign, yeah. It's not as chained down as all the other stuff is. So with the metal work, it's a little bit different than what most other stuff is.
Yeah.
So.
It's unique. I have only seen a few myself personally that do metal work.
Yeah.
Do you have a dream project that you want to work on that you haven't quite tackled yet?
Well, I would like to do like stuff for like somebody famous, or more famous, like where I can get out. There's that DIY network show that has a guy in Waco that does the metal art for those guys, and I'm like, I would love to get into that. Yeah, if somebody hits me up. That's why I like doing this shows, because you get to network with people like.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where can people find you and your metal work?
You can find me on Facebook, T-M-Art Specialties, and you can also, but if you go there, you can just call me, text me, whatever. I have all my information on that page for that.
Fantastic. Do we have time for a game? We have time for a game. We're going to play. I'm the game girl.
Cool.
Tim, we're going to play Go Bleep Yourself. Have you ever played?
No, I'm not.
Basically, you just pick a card at random.
Uh-huh.
You read the card, and then you fill in the bleep.
Okay.
To whatever you think, or whatever you want it to be. Let's see. What do I got?
Does it matter which side?
Either side will do. You want me to go first?
Sure.
Only women know that bleep is the worst. Only women know that cheating is the worst.
Mine says, I'm a real bleep in bed. I said, I'm a real man in bed.
All right. I love finding bleep on the ground. I love finding money on the ground.
Well, heck yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, the Ghostbusters should aim their proton pack streams at bleep. I mean, the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, guys, it's been a blast. We've had so much fun hanging with Tim today. I'm Allison Murray, but before we go, we would like to thank our very special partners at Krypton Radio out of LA, Famous Faces and Funnies Off the Chain Radio with the Yvonne Mason, Space Coast Comics, Asylum Convention Entertainment Services with Heather Reed, and our great friends at Summon Unique Magazine. These are the folks that share our videos all over the World Wide Web, and we hope you will too. Don't forget to hit that like button. Leave a comment, let us know what you think of today's show and our guests. You can also check our guest links below. Remember to subscribe, log on, and stay tuned to see who we're hanging with next. Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you. That was fun.
Fantastic.